I keep seeing her everywhere on my feed, the Bitcoin girl. She's buying coffee with Bitcoin, paying rent with Bitcoin. Her profile says she only accepts crypto payments for her consulting business. And I'm watching comments from business owners saying this is fake or nobody actually does this, while she's literally living a year ahead of everyone else. Here's what's wild. She's not early anymore. She's just early to noticing what's already happening. And if you're running a business in 2026 without the ability to accept Bitcoin payments, you're not going to look cautious. You're going to look obsolete. Let me tell you what 2026 actually looks like, because this isn't speculation anymore. This is pattern completion happening in real time. McDonald's is testing Bitcoin payments in multiple markets. Major banks aren't just tolerating Bitcoin, they're backing loans with it as collateral. The asset has turned the corner from weird internet money to actual monetary infrastructure. We're watching the phase transition complete right now. When major banks start accepting Bitcoin as loan collateral, that's not adoption, that's legitimization at the institutional level. And here's the pattern most people miss. This doesn't happen gradually. It happens suddenly after a long buildup. You go from almost nobody accepts this to, wait, why doesn't your business accept this, in about 18 months. We saw it with credit cards. We saw it with contactless payments. We saw it with Venmo and digital wallets. Right now, in December 2024, you're in that weird transitional moment where accepting Bitcoin makes you look forward thinking. By mid-2026, not accepting Bitcoin is going to make you look disconnected from basic payment infrastructure. That window flips faster than people expect. I talked about this in my last video about NetSuite and Bitcoin integration. If you missed it, go watch that after this one, because I broke down exactly how businesses running NetSuite can integrate Bitcoin payment processing right now using RESTlet endpoints and platforms like Strike. But here's what I didn't emphasize enough. The planning window is closing. Not because Bitcoin might fail, but because it's succeeding faster than most business owners are tracking. The businesses that start building Bitcoin payment capabilities today have 6 to 12 months to test, refine, and optimize before this becomes a customer expectation rather than a novelty. That's a massive advantage. You get to learn the operational details, work out the accounting workflows, train your team, and build confidence with the technology while it's still optional. The businesses that wait until customers start asking, why can't I pay you in Bitcoin, are going to be scrambling to implement something they don't understand under pressure. That's when mistakes happen. That's when you overpay consultants for rushed implementations. That's when you lose sales because your payment infrastructure looks outdated. Here's the uncomfortable truth. If you haven't caught up on the news about how Bitcoin is powering future economies, you're already behind. Not behind some crypto enthusiast bubble, but behind actual institutional adoption that's happening at major banks, payment processors, and Fortune 500 companies. The Bitcoin girl on my feed isn't weird. She's just paying attention. She saw 21 go public. She noticed Strike removing all the friction from crypto payments. She recognized that when McDonald's tests Bitcoin payments and major banks accept it as collateral, that's not a trial balloon, that's infrastructure being built. Most business owners are still in the "is this real" debate, while the infrastructure layer is already being poured. It's like watching someone argue about whether the internet is a fad in 1998. Technically, you could still make that argument, you'd just be catastrophically wrong about what was coming next. The coherence pattern is complete. The question isn't whether Bitcoin becomes standard payment infrastructure. The question is whether you're positioned for that reality or not. And positioning doesn't mean speculating on price. It means having the operational capability to accept Bitcoin payments when customers want to use them. That's it. That's the whole advantage. So what does this actually mean for your business practically? It means you need to start planning your Bitcoin payment acceptance now if you want to be ready for 2026. Not because I'm predicting some moonshot price movement, but because the infrastructure adoption curve is already in motion and you want to be on the early side of it. If you're running NetSuite, you have a head start because you already have enterprise-grade financial infrastructure. The integration with Bitcoin payment processors isn't complicated if you know how to build it. I've been showing businesses exactly how to do this using AI-assisted development that costs a fraction of traditional consultant rates. But even if you're not using NetSuite, the principle is the same. Start learning now. Start testing with small transactions. Start understanding how crypto payments flow through your accounting systems. Start training your team. Start building the operational muscle memory while it's still optional. Because when this becomes expected rather than novel, the businesses with 6 months or a year of operational experience are going to have massive advantages over the businesses frantically trying to implement something they've never touched before. The Bitcoin girl isn't living in the future, she's living in the present that most people haven't noticed yet. McDonald's testing Bitcoin payments, major banks backing loans with it, institutional adoption accelerating across every sector. This isn't coming, this is here. 2026 is going to be the year Bitcoin becomes standard payment infrastructure. The only question is whether you're ready for that or whether you're still debating if it's real while your competitors are already processing transactions. I'm Mark with Code and Suite. If you missed my video on NetSuite Bitcoin integration, go watch that next. And if you're ready to start building payment capabilities for 2026, drop a comment below. The future isn't evenly distributed. Make sure you're on the right side of that distribution.